Jags fans may want to pace themselves. It's going to be a long day and night. Thankfully, the weather is going to hold out nicely for Monday Night Football. Jags and Bengals, 8:15 at the bank. It is going to be an electric atmosphere. And the Jaguars are asking all the fans to download their app and utilize that light feature. There's going to be some display that we'll see right around 7:45 if everyone is in their seats for the announcements of the player lineups and whatnot. Should be a pretty dramatic atmosphere at Everbank Stadium as the Jaguars are set to face the Bengals and look for their third consecutive win. They're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. Thankfully, as warm and humid as it was over the weekend and wet on Saturday, we covered the storms in depth. We activated the Storm Center during the Saturday afternoon rush. We are drying out, and cooler air will fill in by the time we get to kickoff, and even for the tailgate. After topping out in the mid-70s today, we're going to crash into the mid-40s by tonight and overnight early Tuesday morning. First Alert meteorologist Corey Sima tracking a cool snap that will hang with us for much of the week, and it'll be dry as well, where we could see frost develop this week in the 5-day forecast updated for you. We're updating several developing storylines, including USS Carney, based out of Mayport, as they shoot down more drones and there's more activity in the Red Sea. Thankfully, no injuries or casualties to report, but certainly this is raising tensions against the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. We're on top of developing details and analysis from Navy officials, what U.S. Central Command is saying about the activity there, and the response that we may ultimately see coming up throughout the morning as Jacksonville's morning news progresses. We'll obviously be covering a number of other storylines, including the lowering of gas prices after that sudden surge last week. The average was $3.01 last Monday, a week ago, then surging some 16 cents by the time we got to the middle and end of the week. Finally, prices are beginning to come down some, and we're following that story. We're updating the unbelievable loss for a Jacksonville family, a 25-year-old hit and killed. That was the takeaway from Friday's hit and run over on the west side just off Blanding Boulevard. Several months ago, the family losing their 12-year-old son. You may recall the story of that boy who darted into traffic as he was being chased by a dog. So the family continuing to reel as police are investigating and continuing to search for that hit and run driver. And we're updating a developing story from the early morning hours not far from Edward Waters University as a man is shot in the chest. He'll survive. His car evidently stolen. What we know so far from police and updates throughout Jacksonville's morning news. Make sure you get our breaking news alerts when you download the free WOKV app.